with us for another episode of Inside the Stars. Lilah Gardner, volleyball team, joining us right now. Lilah, thank you so much for doing this. Let's start with you and your recruiting process. From last year, you're a freshman and it's your first year on the team. Give me the timestamp when you decided to commit to Stevens and kind of how that process went about.
I found Stevens around my junior year of high school in a college exhibit that we had at my high school, and so I just really fell in love with the campus and all. And then I met Coach Maggie this summer of my senior year at a camp that I had attended, and that's pretty much when I had decided that I really wanted to go here. I just really loved the environment that they had at the camp, and so I had been on a couple visits the fall of my senior year, and then I committed officially, I think, in that March is when I signed.
Did you know you wanted to play college volleyball throughout your years at high school?
I really went back and forth. After my junior club season, I really kind of had a falling out with volleyball. So I was really just gonna finish my senior year of high school, but then whenever I had gone to that camp is when I had actually decided that I was gonna play in college.
Well, let's talk about the first 2 weeks of preseason. They're especially hard, well, for anyone, but especially for a freshman. How did you manage it? How did you handle it?
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock coming in and seeing the schedule of morning weights and then 3-hour morning practice and then 3-hour afternoon practice. But it really just helped us bond together, like being together all day, every day for 2 weeks straight, just really allows us to foster that culture. And we were really able to get close to each other in those 2 weeks. And so I feel like it was so much easier to do it as a team. And if I had separated myself from the team at all, then I probably wouldn't have had as much fun as I did.
I'm assuming the answer is no, but do you miss it at all, the fact that you didn't have classes and it was just volleyball? I would think no, because, well, it's a strenuous schedule,
yeah.
But at the same time, it's fun in a way.
Yeah, it definitely was fun to just have volleyball all day, every day.
But you don't miss it.
I don't.
That sounds about right. Did you fit in immediately? Did you feel like you gelled in with the team? How did that process go about?
I feel like it was just really hard to be separated from the team because we were together so much in those first 2 weeks. I specifically connected a lot with Sierra, one of my friends, and we just, because we lived in the same quad, and so we would walk together to practice. We would pretty much go everywhere together. So it was just a lot easier because she was a returner to be more integrated.
Did she kind of lead the road for you in that sense?
Most definitely, yeah.
What was, or what has been so far, the biggest difference? Whether it's from a volleyball standpoint or just classes, just in general from high school to college?
I would say one of the biggest differences for me is how much we're traveling. In high school, we would travel. We would still have away games, but they would be 15 minutes, 30 minutes away, an hour at most. But here it's 2 hours away, 3 times a week. It's just a lot more traveling, and I really have to have better time management than I did in high school, just because of how much we are away from classes and how much we do have to miss from school.
How far is your trip today?
About 3 hours.
Yeah, that's a prime example right there. What has been your role on the team so far this season, and how has it varied from what you were used to at high school?
My role on the team at the moment, physically, I'm a right back DS position, so I'm in for about 3 rotations. But I would like to say I bring some energy when I am not in, when I'm on the bench, I'm able to be loud and use my voice and lead cheers. But when I am in, I'd like to think that I kind of bring some calmness to the court. Every time I go and high five Coach Maggie, she says, go calm them down, if we're in more of an intense game. So I'd like to think that I am able to bring some calmness to the court through how I play, and maybe also through how I respond to mistakes that are made.
I remember this last game here at home a couple nights ago. Set number 3, we saw Coach tell the team, calm down and take it easier. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Did you notice the same thing in that moment?
Yeah, I did kind of feel us getting a little hectic, but I feel like we were able to just calm down and finish through.
Favorite memory so far this year for you, and of course, probably the best memory yet to come with the conference tournament still well on the way?
I would say my favorite memory was probably the Columbia game or the William Woods game. I feel like we all just had such great energy in both of those games, especially the Columbia game because we knew how high stakes it was. And I do think that our student section and our just student body in general really added to that. And same thing with the William Woods games. We just had so much energy in the gym. It's just hard to not win when we have that much energy in the gym and that much support.
Did the Columbia college game feel like a home game, even though technically it was away, but obviously
Yes.
not too far from here?
It most definitely did feel like a home game. The energy in the gym was just so amazing.
You guys get to face them at least once more.
Yes,
Once
at
for sure in
least.
the regular season, then maybe in the conference tournament as well. And in the regular season, it'll for sure be away at their place.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to as the season progresses, especially in the conference tournament?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to having as much time with this team as possible because regular season is coming to an end soon. So this team isn't going to be together forever, but I think just having as much fun as we can in the moment and just living in the moment with our team.
3 games left on the road, including one today, and then 2 more at home. And we kind of talked about it, but the energy at Silverthorne Arena, it's been spectacular this
It
season.
really has, yes.
Lilah, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you the best going forward, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to have you back for part number 2 of Inside the Stars today. Moriah, Carnahan, Charlie, Keefe, soccer team here at Stevens. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Moriah, let's start with you. It's incredible to think you're just a freshman when we look at your stats. You started all 17 games so far this season. You've got 12 goals, you got 7 assists, you got 31 points. I think it's fair to say you didn't expect that as a freshman, but I mean, did you?
I want to say no, but I kind of did coming in. I wanted to be one of the players on top. That was like one of my main goals, and as you can see from the stats, it's kind of showed.
Unbelievable. What has been the key to your success so far this year?
I would definitely say the coaching staff has helped, like guiding me and giving me the confidence to do it, and then also I would say my parents have been a really big help in it as well.
You came in from high school, you played high school just a year ago.
Yes.
What has that transition been like from high school level to college, although we can see you're adapting pretty well?
Honestly, it's not much different. I think it's pretty similar. You know, you're going to school and you're going to sports and you're doing both at the same time. It's not like if you're able to balance it pretty well, then it works out really well.
Charlie, for you, you were at high school 2 years ago. Can you say the same thing? It's been a similar process for you from high school to college?
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, the step into college was a bit more of a jump. I wasn't playing super high level in high school, so the speed of play was obviously a lot quicker. Physicality was obviously a lot more, but every practice you're kind of thrown into those situations, which helps you adapt a lot quicker.
And you handled it really well, not just last season, but also this year as well. You've had carried success from a year ago to this one. You're also 17 for 17 in terms of starts. You got 2 goals as a midfielder and really the backbone in that midfield. For you, what has that success looked like, especially translating it from last season to a brand new coaching staff this year?
I mean, obviously the coaching staff has been super influential, super helpful in helping provide resources, just a lot of great experience on staff that we have. And then they brought in fantastic recruits, which has been super amazing and helpful. My role did kind of shift this season to being a bit more defensive oriented, but I've really enjoyed getting to play the game from that perspective and just supporting everybody up top. It's been really great.
Have you liked them more than being an offensive-ish kind of player in the midfield?
I like the structure of defense a lot more. I think it's a lot easier for me to just like get in my place, hold in the midfield, do what I gotta do. And then the attack, there's a lot more creativity and freedom, but that comes with a lot more like decision-making choices you have to make.
Is one harder than the other for you?
They're both difficult in different ways, because obviously it's a lot more difficult to try to like be more conservative and disciplined on defense. But then in the attack, like with all the choice and all the freedom, it's hard to know what's the right decision and where to go from there.
For both of you guys, we were talking before we began, you both played summer ball. Same team, kind of. Whoever wants to take the lead here, walk me through that process. And you can both go one first, one the other, however you guys want to do this one.
I can go. So we both played for Union KC for Summer League, and they had 2 Division II WPSL teams, and for whatever reason, they decided to put us on two different Division II teams. So we got to train a little bit together, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And we also had to play against each other a
Yeah.
lot, which was kind of fun also.
How did that prepare you for this season for both of you guys?
I think playing against a lot of different varying levels of collegiate players. There were D1 girls on our team, D2, D3, other NAI girls. So it was really great to get to experience the game with all these different girls who play across the country at different levels. So I think that helped prepared me a lot.
All right.
I would say pretty much the same. The other thing I thought also was that like, you know, you got to experience like the different levels, but like also themselves, like just the way people, they all, like they never, like, you know, you got the higher levels, but they still all have like the same, they don't act differently. They still like communicate well with you and try and help you out, and they're not just like bratty towards you, I guess, or something like that, because they're, you know, they're a higher level and you're like a lower level.
Right. I want to go back a couple weeks, a couple months actually, and it might be a strenuous time. Let's talk about preseason. How was that for you guys? I'm assuming a lot of fitness tests, or at least some, a lot of ice baths, I would have to assume. Moriah, for you as a freshman, walk me through that first experience at the college level.
Honestly, it kind of went how I expected it to go. It was definitely intense, and we only had like 2 weeks of preseason, but those 2 weeks were very, very intense, and like we had 2-a-days a lot of the time, and it was fun, but it was also very challenging.
You said only 2 weeks. Do you want more?
Yeah.
Really?
I was expecting at least like a whole month of preseason.
Thankfully, that's not the case.
Yeah.
At least for most other players. Charlie, for you, was it, and again, new coaching staff, but was the preseason similar to last year?
It was pretty similar, definitely a lot more structured and intense this season, which was nice, and we were also a lot better prepared over the summer, which is like a more structured workout plan, which was really nice, obviously coming into all the fitness tests and being prepared for that.
What was the fitness test? I'm just actually curious.
So we had the beep test, standard beep test everyone loves, and then we have, I think it's like 3.5-ish miles, so you
3.5
just
miles,
run
yeah.
that as fast as you can. But
Is it timed in?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not the glory days.
Nope.
Let's skip forward to some better days. Let's talk about the game against the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy this past Sunday. Moriah, 4 goals. You scored the same as the UTechtics did. They scored 4, you scored 4 yourself. Steven scored 5 as a whole. And it was just back and forth action.
Yes.
For both of you, we'll start with you, Moriah. What did you see in that game?
I definitely saw that like we didn't give up and we didn't stop playing. Like to the very end, we were playing really hard, and like even if they came back with another goal, like nobody put their head down. We kept our heads up, and we just kept going on to the next thing and kept pushing forward. And I mean, obviously, yeah, I scored 4 goals, but I couldn't have done that without the team behind my back, because Lou assisted me. She helped me like so many other times, and like Ava and Kyle, they were all there helping me. Charlie, like I couldn't have scored them without them. So
Charlie, what were your thoughts on the match?
Obviously the intensity was super high. I think the vibes going in with it being a conference game that we had to win was the mentality. Everybody came in super tough, super strong, so that was great. Obviously coming in, we really had good fight, good mentality through the whole game, and I think that's what really got us through, was that connection.
Moriah, you mentioned Lourdes. What a strike from her yesterday on the free kick.
no,
Yeah.
that was
Unbelievable.
really good.
I think we were all super shocked about the press box. Last couple questions I've got for you guys. You guys had the chance to host a first ever playoff game in the ANC conference, potentially here on Tuesday, depending on how the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy's game goes. What would that mean for you, being the first in program history, Charlie?
It'd be a huge honor, obviously, and it would just be such a testament to all of the growth we've been through, all of the tough times in the spring, in the summer, in preseason, all the fight we've had to show through this whole season. So yeah, huge honor.
Moriah?
I think it's gonna be really cool to see if it actually happens, and like I think for the school it's the first time it's ever happened, and it's gonna be really amazing, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck going forward for the rest of the season.
Thank you.